Georgetown, Texas is gorgeous. That's why it's one of the top places that people decide to move when they're relocating to Austin, Texas. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today are what are the true prices that people are paying when they're moving to Georgetown, Texas versus what are you seeing on the internet, right? Like, so if you look on Zillow or Redfin and you see prices that are listed, are people actually paying that when they're purchasing homes? Let's take a look at that today, shall we? So I want to start off with some statistics. I'm looking at original price versus sold price, and these are just medians in categoric price points, right? So if you look at in the 350 range, obviously this is Georgetown. We're talking about Georgetown, Texas. So if you look at the list price over on the left-hand side here of this column, so if you look at the 350 to 400,000 range. So the original price median was 375. And then the close price was 389. So you can see that gap there. And this is specifically from August to October of 2021. And so we're only 4 days into October. So it's really just August and September. So that's really important. So if you're looking at the 500 to 600 range, 550, most people were closing at about 10,000 more. And so you want to factor in the potential for someone to pay closing costs. You want to remember that builders are factored into this as well. Okay, so if a builder was like, I'll give you closing cost, closing cost incentives, they may add that in. Okay, so let's look 8 to 900, 875, 869. Interesting price point. It actually dropped. The median closed price was lower than the median listing price. It went back to normal with the 900, 965 to 978 and then 1.2. Okay, so you're seeing in the just when you get to the 1.2 million, it actually dropped. So 1.25 and it dropped to 1.23. So somebody just saved themselves $20,000, So that's pretty nice. What's that, taxes for the year? Okay, so let's take a look at some of the actual houses. I wanted to make this a quicker video. Some of my other true prices videos have lasted a little bit longer, but I think you kind of get the gist of it, that you just want to see what the comps, like what they're actually closing at, despite what you're seeing listed on the internet. So let's go and take a look. I'm going to start with the map. Notice I put Georgetown, single family active. Okay, so I'm going to see the results. Yeah, how many do we have? 181. Let me look at the map. Let's start there. So one thing I want to point out is you actually get very different price categories when you're looking East Georgetown versus starting to hit West Georgetown. So like 699, 889. Over on the East, you have 500, 350, 385. And then you start going north above Lake Georgetown. And that one's also that's kind of hit or miss. So you see some that are 748. What you have is more land over here. So, and I'm just going to describe the area a little bit. Downtown Georgetown is right here. Okay, so the houses in downtown Georgetown are going to be substantially higher, generally. And then you have, is it Wolf Ranch? Where's Wolf Ranch? Wolf Ranch right here. So this is great. This is their shopping area. That's kind of the newer stuff. And then you have a nice golf course over here. And then over on this side is where you have the brand new HEB, and then you have a lot of kind of like that Tri-City area where a lot of people are moving. So Liberty Hill up here, Georgetown right here, Leander when you start to hit this side. So this is a very hot area. So this is Morningstar, right? This is Rancho Siena. So 773, 900 in Rancho Siena. And as we're coming along here, I just want to point out, obviously anything along the lake, this probably has a ton of land on it. And we're going to look at these. I love the properties along DB Wood. They've had beautiful homes. Oh, and so right now there's an HEB, an old HEB right here. They're actually creating a brand new one across the street. But that's not the point of this. Also take a look at the San Gabriel. So the San Gabriel is where you have the Blue Hole in Georgetown that people like to go hang out at on the weekend. So it's interesting to see these prices kind of scattered all about. Also, there are schools divided. So kind of I'd say right along this area on the west side, a completely different school system than on the east side. And now they're adding another set of elementary schools here. So that's actually going to, and I think even a high school. And so that's going to complicate it, I'll say even further, or not complicate it, segregate it even further as far as territorially. So you'll have 3 different sections for the high school. I'm not sure about up here where they go. So let's look. Okay, so this is 889. Let's look at this house. So this is a new build. You can tell because it's a rendering, right? And it's active. I don't want it active. How did I do that? Okay. Let's do, I'm going to do 45. Let's start there. Okay, now let's go back to the map. There we go. That looks so much better. All right. Okay. So let's see. 6 pins. Those are probably all new. 450, 650, 680. Okay. So 680. 2,700 square feet. It's in Liberty Hill ISD. Georgetown address, Liberty Hill ISD. So it's a 2020 build, but it doesn't list the land. But notice list price, close price, 680. So the question becomes, how long was this on the market? It was a 2020 build, right? So this has been on the market since December. Gosh, I don't like when builders are doing that. What builder was this? I'm not going to talk about it. Let's go back and look, see the next one. There's no point in even looking at the pictures. I think it was only that one picture. So here we go. Horizon View in Georgetown. This is Crescent Bluff. I've sold a few homes in that neighborhood. So Wolf Ranch Elementary. Okay, so where are we at? We are at 425, 430. So that's only a $5,000 delta. $5,000 over the list price. So this isn't as astronomical as you've heard of in some of the previous months. So that's pretty reasonable for most people. And it's a 2.8 tax rate. So Crescent Bluff has a slightly higher tax rate, but it's all new amenities. And if you get in the first year, then you don't actually pay that increased property tax rate until the following year. So $600 a year HOA. All right, 1,800 square feet for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Let's look at the next one. All right, so let's see something over by Lake Georgetown, just for fun. Okay, so this is 1.2 million. This is the one. Okay, no. So 1.2 went for 1.25, so 50,000 over. But the percentage is very low. The percentage over that you're paying is very low. So these are 1.5 acre lots, built in 2020, 3,500 square feet. So that's nice. Check this out. I knew it. 1.86 tax rate and no HOA. This is my next neighborhood watch. I don't know about that, but at some point, I like this. I like the fact that you don't have to worry about an HOA. I've got campers. Actually, I think I put somebody back here. I did. That's funny. So that's a perfect example. You're spending a little bit more in the list price, but you're not losing a lot in the tax rate and or HOA. Look at that. The taxes are the same as that one in Crescent Bluff. And not really, but you can kind of see that. All right. I don't think we need to look at the house, really. It's a pretty house, but that wasn't the point of this. The point was to see what people are paying for a closed price. So I'm going to look at 2 more. So let's see. Cimarron Hill. Oh, yeah, I like this area. Okay. So Cimarron Hills. So you're almost at an acre, just shy of an acre. So 46,000 square feet is an acre, right? So Liberty Hill ISD again. Isn't that strange, right? So Georgetown address, Liberty Hill ISD. Cimarron Hills has one of the higher HOAs in the area at $160 a month, but then you have like tiered structure based on, if you're part of the clubhouse and whatnot. And then you have the tax rate here, 1.9. So very, very competitive. I don't know if competitive is the word, tax rate for this house. And I can go all into why the tax rate for here, the estimated taxes were $21,000 for this one, but for the last one that was, $500,000 less. The tax rate, the estimated taxes for the year were $11,000. That's a whole conversation for another day. But look, 5,500 square feet, very good. Oh yeah, it did close. Okay, so here's the numbers we're looking for. 1.75, and then it closed at 1.72, 30,000 under. And that could have been a number of reasons. They could have asked for credits for some odd reason. They could have had repair costs. There could have been a pool that needed to be, resurfaced or something. You never know what these the reasons are for some of these prices. I'm looking, no, there's no pool. They could have just shot in the dark and said, hey, give it. Yeah, they do have a pool. Okay. They could have just shot in the dark and said, hey, this has been sitting. How long has this been sitting? This was sitting 12 days. That's not a long time, but it's long for this market now. So, okay. Save 30,000 if you spend 1.75 million. All right, so let's do Morningstar. I like Morningstar too. It's one of those areas. 297. This is mission critical here, because anytime you see something for less than 300,000 right now, that's great. Okay, so Morningstar, and this is 1,800 square feet. Wish I would have known about this. Okay, it's Dreamfinder Homes. They just bought Coventry, by the way. So Dreamfinder Homes. All right, they're a Florida-based company. I'm not gonna say any more about that. So built in 2021. It doesn't give the square footage size. 2.97. It is a brand new newer community, finishing out its last phase, I believe, unless they just started up another one. And so this is a builder one. So they just put it on the market and sold it. So it was listed at 297, closed at 297. I don't think that's really a fair comparison because it was a completely new build. Let's look for another resale. So let's see, let's do one in Rancho. Okay, Gabriel's Overlook. This is one of those gated communities. I really, really like it. I remember, they have some of the backyards there are right along the San Gabriel, and they have like wedding venue quality backyards. It's really pretty. So 3,800 square feet, just over an acre lot. I love that. Oh, I guess I was off. Maybe it was 43,000. I don't know what an acre is. I got to be close. 875. So listed at 875, closed at 863. 3 years ago, I had a client who was trying to put in an offer on one of these houses. It was listed at 500,000, and we put in an offer of like 470 or something like that. And he was, he had some concerns with some things. He's like, oh, I didn't know it was well, and I didn't know this and that, and he ended up backing out. Look at him now. Look at this now. What? I feel bad. It feels bad, man. Okay, so tax rate very low again, and 570 annually isn't ridiculous. They have an over 65 and homestead exemptions that keeps their tax rate at 11,000, but yours wouldn't be. You would be getting the tax rate based, so 875 times 1.9. That's what your taxes would be assessed at next year, approximately. So this is a really cool house. I'm going to take some time and actually look at this one. It has a large front yard, plenty of beautiful trees, looks like natural wood floors, transom windows, nice design. It's you can tell that they put some upgrades in this. I like that. It doesn't make any sense, but I like it. I like having the extra light going into your pantry. I'm assuming that's what that is. Even with the glass on it. So you have to keep your pantry super clean. Tons of counter space. Is that a TV? Why would it? Who's the people on the bench? Okay, the people that are sitting on the bench over here. Huh. Interesting. That island. Why? Why is it? Why two? What? It's just in the way. I feel like that island's in the way. That's just me. Look, so that you can put your hutch. Elevated ceilings, tons of light. Look how tall those windows are, all the way down to almost the floor. Same with the door. Little office in the front. The banisters going upstairs. You have carpet on the stairs, so that way if you have kids or anything and they fall and they don't actually hurt their face if it hits against the stairs. Look at me. I should talk, of all people. Good. Okay. Is that the only closet? I'm guessing there's 2 closets. That's just a guess. I've got nothing to say about that. Okay, this is interesting. This is this a second kitchen? So is this a, for lack of a better term, mother-in-law suite, or an ADU, an attached dwelling unit? I think it is. Oh, with the carpet. So I've helped a lot of clients that are seniors, and they often, this is a generalization, but oftentimes having softer floors, more rugs or carpet is better because it's safer if anyone were to trip and fall. This is neat. Is this upstairs? Is it an upstairs kitchen? Well, that just kills my theory, because nobody wants to run up the stairs after after a certain point. I don't like doing that. But it is a low tub. so that it's easy for you to get in. I'm just playing. I'm looking at the house, the upper balcony. That's cool, overlooking some direction in Georgetown. I don't know what direction this is facing. Look at that yard. See, this is what I mean. You can do so much with this. I think they just forgot about it and just left it there. But look, they've got their little lover's bench. This is nice. I like a little birdhouse. Look at those skies. You can't. This isn't edited either. This isn't Photoshop. This is just how it looks out in Texas. Every once in a while, I've got friends still up in Chicago, and I'll take a picture of the sky. Don't touch anything, and I hit send, and they're like, context. I was like, you don't need context. Look at this. Look how pretty it is. You don't need context. I mean, you could put a frisbee golf course back here if you wanted to play some jarts. Outdoor kitchen. I like it. Plenty of seating. Is that a fire? Yeah, this is good. It's a beautiful house. And okay, so in the grand scheme of things, that is quite reasonable. And this person ended up getting it for substantially less than the list price. I'm proud of you, whoever you are. I am very proud of you. Good. This is a good one. You picked it up just right. So if you have any insight on why you think people are moving to Georgetown, Texas, when they have all of these other suburbs and cities to choose from, let me know in the comments down below. I'm super curious. Have yourself a wonderful day. Catch you soon.